Hello, YouTube friends. Itzy here. I want to thank you for all your support, and I really appreciate it. I got a lot of good comments from my last video about my 6-week update, and today was a beautiful day outside. I was outside taking some walks out there in the beauty, but it was kind of damp even though it was warmer than normal. And now I have a nice fire going, and I'm sitting real close to the fire because it's just damp out, and I'm kind of drying the house up a little bit, making it feel a little more cozy. So I want to kind of thank you personally for your comments, and I have my video up here, so I'm gonna Rana L. Ross always writes me nice notes. In fact, I think everyone here that I'm mentioning has been kind of supportive, maybe from the beginning of my channel, which is really cool. So Rana L. Ross said I'm an inspiration, which means a lot to me. Thank you. That makes me feel good. And Old Vegan always writes really nice things to me. And she wrote, "Good to see you back," or he, I don't know. And that they missed me. And I missed them too. So another one here, I have Jade Azor. I hope you don't mind me saying your names on the video here, but if you do, let me know. Maybe I'll just use initials from now on. Anyway, this person wrote, "Thanks for uploading. Keep up with the raw foods and my health will even out," which is it's really true, because I'll tell you, ever since I started on the raw journey, my health has gotten a lot better. And even though I'm not totally 100% raw, the more raw I eat, the better I feel. And that's just how it is. And the further I get from raw, I don't know if I should say the worse I feel, but I definitely feel better while I'm on the raw. And that's just a given. As long as I stay away from the processed foods, from the fried foods, from the wheat. I didn't realize how much wheat has affected me. I know that it hasn't helped me, but I didn't realize how much, to the point after the fast. Then when I introduced some wheat into my diet, the fibro kind of stuff all came back, and the internal shakiness came back pretty heavy. So the wheat does definitely affect me for sure, as I believe it affects most people, only because it's not the same wheat that we once had years ago. I believe most of the wheat we're getting now is GMO'd and white wheat and things like that. I even think the wheat grains of any sort, even if they're whole grains, I think still kind of affects you in a negative way. It's always best to eat your plants, your fruits and vegetables mostly, and just stick with those if you can. I mean, do the best you can. Don't beat yourself up when you make mistakes. Also, I have FTWBK. I wonder what that means. They actually told me about these studies that were conducted by Ansel Keys and others about people who fasted and then came back into refeeding, and maybe the issues that they had and such, which I'm really interested about reading that. So I'm definitely going to check that out, and I thank you for those comments. That's really nice of you to give me some information to look up there. And Magma 1100 always writes great things, and I really appreciate all your support there also. And asked me if I'm thinking of doing some more water fasts on my own, maybe another 10-day water fast, and hoping I could find a way to maybe binge on vegan pizza. And you know what? I have made my own vegan pizzas many times, and I do love them. And my problem was that I was out and about, and I got really hungry, and I just binged. But yeah, I got to get back into maybe making the vegan pizzas. If I'm not going to be raw, I might as well eat the vegan, because the dairy is just something I don't really want in my system at all. And even the raw pizzas, I have crackers now in the dehydrator that are pretty much like almonds, sunflower seeds, and pumpkin seeds, and along with a bunch of vegetables kind of chopped up that I had around. And so that could be a nice pizza crust and make my own little sauce. It's so easy to make. It really is. So yeah, maybe I'll get back into doing some raw pizzas. I just had a potluck here at the house the other night, and I have a lot of really nice leftovers from the potluck. And one of the things I made for the potluck, besides some vegetable vegan tacos, I made some, and I don't know if you can see this real good, but this is Almond Joy. It's pretty much almond butter, which I made homemade in the food processor, with cacao. I know there's a lot of people out there saying don't do the cacao, but you know, when you're turning people on to raw, you want to give them some good stuff to try to get them in the right direction. So it's definitely a step in the right direction. So these are really good, and then they're rolled into coconut little shreds. But I got this recipe actually from Raw Food for Kids. She's really neat. I think her name is Lisa, and it smells so good. It's just like Almond Joy. It tastes just like Almond Joys. It's so amazing. So, yeah, the raw foods is where it's at. The recipes don't have to be real complicated. You have to spend a little bit of time on them. But, you know, if you want to eat good food, you got to spend a little time preparing it. Unless you're just going to eat a whole bowl full of oranges or bananas or something like that, which is really optimal. Thanks for that information. And they also said they tried some gluten-free pizza recipe and that it was horrible. So, I don't know. There's different things you can do. You can make pizzas. You can make pizzas with, if you get a mandolin and slice zucchini. Zucchini's so expensive right now. I can't wait till summertime. At least the organic zucchini is pretty expensive. But you could slice real thin and use that as your crust, which is really nice. And Jonah Sunshine, you had something nice to say. Try to stick with the optimum food. You got it, man. That's exactly what my intentions are. And you know, I want to feel good, and I have to. It's nice to have support, and I feel like I have a lot of support on YouTube and with the Raw Foods group that I have going on. We support each other. It'd be kind of cool if we saw each other more often than once a month. I'm trying to step up the game a little bit to twice a month to get together for potlucks and activities. Now that spring's coming out, it would be good to, spring's coming around the corner. It would be good to have more hikes and bikes and things like that. So nature as intended always writes me something right. She wrote, she or he, I don't know, said I look amazing and much younger. That feels really good because I'm never sure about that. I feel pretty good, so I hope I'm looking pretty good. Grateful for the update that I'm doing well, and glad to see your comments on Google Plus, which I don't even understand how Google Plus works, but apparently some of the comments I put on other videos maybe are showing up. I don't know. So this is just a thank you video, and it's a thank you video for everybody who's been supporting me. And we all have to support each other on our journeys. And I think by us staying within our community of raw foodists or wannabe raw foodists like myself, I don't really claim to be a full-on, though that would be my goal eventually. Maybe when I spend more time in Costa Rica, it does make it easier. I mean, it does make it easier. There's people in Canada that have YouTube channels that are pretty much staying all raw in Canada. And I say my hat's off to you because, you know, it's not easy in Pennsylvania. And it's, you know, even colder in Canada. You guys deal with even some harsh stuff. Even though this has been one of the harshest winters Pennsylvania had in a long time. I heard that January was the most snow in Pennsylvania in 100 years. This month of January, this past month. So anyway, hope you're all doing well. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and let me know what kind of things you want to see in the future. Again, peace.